Sigh of relief from Carlton supporters there. Gibbs to Scotland.
He is a ball magnet, Heath Scotland. Disposal 22.
Now Simpson. Scotland was there again. Johnson getting a hand in on that for the Dockers. Well tackled though, and Simpson wins it back. That is stiff. And you get tackled after winning the ball with skill. One arm's pinned and there's absolutely nothing you can do. They call it rewarding the tackler, but the bloke who actually wins the ball is the one who pays the penalty. Wiggins for Carlton. Tends to have supporters with their hearts in their mouths a little when he has the ball in his hands. Gives to Bauer. Dockers by 9 points. Still not a goal and almost half the quarter gone.
Very slow moving the ball on Carlton.
Bauer to Gibbs. I said Gibbs the fifth youngest to reach 50 games for Carlton. Some big names have preceded him there. John Nichols, Lance Whitnell, Brent Croswell, and the youngest of all was young Robert Walls. That's a good mark. Peak. Dockers wanting to move it quickly. And Thornton likes to have a run. Lovely probing ball. McFarlane there got the hands on. At the fall of the ball, old man Solomon. And he produces the result for the Dockers. The drought breaks. And the Dockers lead by 15 points.
And I think the players are relieved a goal's been scored because we've had mass numbers run towards the interchange to have a spell. Well, 4 Dockers have come off, including Solomon, the goal kicker, McFarlane up forward, Chris Judd's having a breather. And Dean Solomon just puts himself in the perfect position. The big pack flies, puts himself in front, takes the crumb, hooks it across the body, and boy, was that a much-needed goal by the Dockers. And a little bit of a heartbreaker for the Blues, who've worked pretty hard without being able to put it through the big sticks.
5 behinds, in fact, Rob, in this third quarter for Carlton. That's the first goal of the quarter. Murphy an opportunity, well tackled by Hazelby. Loose footy, chance for Peak, bobbling around in there. Hadley was carried forward in the tackle, and he milked it and did well. So a chance for Wiggins, who hoists it high inside, attacking 50. Big fist from Tarrant, well played. Ball to the front, who wants it the most? Shammer gets there first, well tackled by Betts. Ball spills free, number with the Dockers. Dodd off to the silky skills of Hill. Driving kick to half forward, going back Bauer, couldn't hold on. Pavley somehow trying to get it out towards Hinkley. Hinkley still an opportunity. Tripped over himself and we'll get a bounce just inside the attacking 50 for the Dockers.
Like the Hill looks a class player. First year AFL, and it's all in front of him. He's tall, he's lean, he's quick, he's got a lovely left foot kick.
Oh, Sandilands beautifully to Hazelby, to Mundy. Kept under pressure though. Here's Pratt, the first game, a fierce tackle from another first gamer in Yarran. They were playing it as though they're seasoned hard men. We're ball up. Look at Sandilands here. Beautiful work to Hazelby. And the beneficiary of plenty tonight, but he's won his own ball a lot, as he does here. Just couldn't quite take it with him. Murphy did well. To Gibbs, to Hadley. Contest on in earnest now. No tomorrows in this match for Carlton. They can't afford mistakes, and Gibbs has made one. Russell helps him out. Pressure still on. Austin, great tackle by Murphy. Peak, danger here for the Blues. Hinkley away from goal. Murphy again, now Shammer. Good tackling, and Russell wins the free kick. Gee, Shammer wasn't given a lot of time.
But he had options, and he wanted to kick the goal. He should have handballed off, so a turnover now gives an opportunity at half-back. Little chip is okay to Murphy, and Murphy from centre wing can kick Carlton into attack. Wasn't a great kick, intended target was Waite, but at the 4, Scotland's got it. He normally uses it beautifully. This time didn't hit Favola. Ball to the back. Might even bounce through, but Pratt gets back in the nick of time. Needs to use it here, and does, to Thornton.
Thanks, Heath, right there.
And Thornton now can mount another Fremantle attack. That's what's ahead of him. Chris Judd prowling the boundary line. Now a chance for Pratt again.
Well, Carlton's forward line really not working at all. Favola just had 4 touches. Wiggins has had 5 touches for the game. Cloak's had 5 touches for the game. And they're expecting their midfield to get plenty of it and kick the goals. And if a couple of those blokes in that forward line can't lift in the next 40 or 50 minutes, they're not going to win the game, the Blues.
Good kick from Tarrant to find Subin, who's got it on centre wing. Kicks it a long way. Kick towards Sandilands again, the target. At the back, also Pavlich. Sandilands, the rover, snaps towards the goal square, and all by himself is David Mundy. Strolls in and kicks another one for the Dockers. So the margin out to 21 points, which was the margin in the early stages of the second quarter. They got out to 21. That is the biggest lead of the match to date. And a big task in front of the Blues now to respond again.
Well, it is. And as I said, Chriso, if some of those forwards can't lift their act, it's good night for the Blues. And how disappointing that'll be after a pretty good start to the year.
Well done by the big man, and that could be the backbreaker for Carlton. They threw everything at Fremantle through the first 10 minutes or so of the quarter and just could not break through, and now the Dockers have kicked a couple of goals. Judd trying to lift the Blues, goes for Cloak, and he takes a mark, but he's a long way out, and I don't think too many would be opening their wallets to put their money on him.
Should get the distance, Tim. Man on the mark's about 47 out from goal, and the Judd centre break, good pass, good mark. Now the big fella's got to finish off.
Won't have any trouble at all in kicking this.
Well, Carlton desperate for a goal. They would take anything. Not bad off the boot. Didn't have the carry, and there was nothing there for the Blues. Johnson takes the uncontested mark for Fremantle. Carlton in some disarray at both ends of the ground. Shammer takes it wide. Kept alive by Mundy, who kicked that last goal. Fremantle with a lot of confidence, maybe a little too much here. Judd, Joseph, but nowhere to go. Good pressure from the Dockers.
Shammer pushed it over the boundary line there. So a boundary thrown between half forward and wing, and that was a terrible ball trot from Cameron Cloak. Normally would eat that distance up. Cruiser from the boundary throwing, looking for his captain Judd, diving in on the football hill. Handball into the knees of Cruiser, who's on hands and knees trying to shovel it out. Judd in there as well for Carlton. Umpire encouraged players to knock the ball out, but he needs to call for it.
Now, don't blame Cloak for your lack of judgment on that shot, Chris O.
Shammer just pushed Hill over. Well, we've moved on from that.
Don't you trying to change the subject.
Back someone, let you down. Jared Wade out of the pack, into the pocket. Here's a chance for Yaron. Can he keep it in? No, well played. Pratt just corralled him and forced him and the ball over. Boundary thrown in Carlton's forward pocket.
And still the Blues are goalless for the quarter.
And they've had more inside 50s than the Dockers, 11-6.
2-1 to 5 behinds is the net result for the term so far. The Dockers clear again. Armfield and De Boer, and now Bauer with Pavlich. Armfield came hard, but De Boer won the footy. Solomon let it go. Mark Murphy been valiant tonight. Did well there, but Bauer fumbled. And the thing fell apart, and now the Dockers are on the break, and it's dangerously open up forward. De Boer just puts it into a spot. Peak, Scotland with him, and Scotland would be happy with that result.
So tackles in the third quarter in favour of the Blues, 14-8. The Dockers, though, in control at the minute. Well, Sandilands gets it down, taken by Austin. Pavlich, pressure coming from Cruiser, and another boundary throw in.
Yeah, dangerous here. Sandilands should get his hand to it. Cruiser's trying hard, but he's just too big, too tall, too good in the ruck contests.
So they'll go at it again.
Probably got too many players around the ball, the Dockers.
Cruiser holds on. Sandilands wins it down. Cloak an opportunity, spills wide to Johnson, who jams it on the boot, tries to bring it back, and Thornton takes a very good mark on the goal line. And now an opportunity for the Blues. Cloak running hard, marks it half back. Carlton need one here. Kick towards the wing.